how much is eating one specific food really going to change things when all that's going on in your body and your body's trying to protect itself and keep its blood at a certain level? So Raul, are you guys ever going to come out with a video debunking alkaline water and how people think that it restores pH without realizing that changing pH can kill you? There are a lot of folks out there who feel like manipulating pH can somehow make them more healthy, that eating an alkaline diet and making their body in a sense more alkaline equals better health. But what's important to remember is that our body is a finely tuned machine that carefully controls its pH balance, and the blood stays between 7.35 and 7.45 as a pH level. That's where it's healthy, and your lungs and kidneys will work to keep it that way. So for instance, if you're eating a lot of food that break down into acids, okay, that's not necessarily going to affect your bloodstream barely at all, because your kidneys and lungs are going to work to keep it between that 7.35 and 7.45 state. And if you could manipulate your blood levels of pH, that would be a huge problem because you would die. So the body is carefully guarded against that. It has a lot of systems in place to buffer that and make sure that doesn't happen. Now, can your urine pH change? Yeah, absolutely it can. But it's doing that because urine is a waste product, right? So your body is filtering out things you don't need. It might show up in your urine. Your urine may be more acidic, but that's not to say that your blood has changed or anything like that. That's just your body's way of keeping everything in balance. So hopefully that helps. And it's kind of interesting too to think about this, just how your GI tract works. So if you eat a piece of food and it's gonna go down into your esophagus, it's gonna go into your stomach, okay? And the pH level in your stomach is gonna be super, super low. That's just how it is. And then when the food enters your small intestine, the very first part of it, your body is secreting a lot of base in order to balance things out, that acid that just went down in there into that base. So it's kind of basic in that area. That averages out essentially, and it's just important to remember that throughout your GI tract, these fluids are being emitted that have different pHs in and of itself. So how much is eating one specific food really going to change things when all that's going on in your body and your body's trying to protect itself and keep its blood at a certain level? You know, not a lot. Your body's got systems in place to control all this. So I think that way too much emphasis is put into this whole trying to keep everything you eat basic. Now, that being said, it's important to remember that a lot of the foods that do break down into base are fruits and vegetables, which are good for you, not necessarily just because they break down into a base, but because they have great phytochemicals in there and a lot of fiber, a lot of vitamins, minerals, things that are going to be great just for your general health overall. So that's one good thing I would say about that diet, at least, is, well, they're encouraging people to eat fruits and vegetables, and that's one thing that every diet should do. But I think putting the focus on whether you're eating things that are going to break down into a base or an acid, I think that you might be missing the forest for the trees there. So I would always emphasize eating a variety of foods and stuff like that, and not trying to drink alkaline water. That's really not going to get you very far, but it is going to drain your wallet.